welcome to Embrace the Stupidity podcast. My name is Mark. That's Ryan. Say howdy, Ryan.
Howdy, Ryan.
Howdy, Ryan. How you doing today, bro?
Doing all right. Can't complain. How are you doing, my good sir?
I'm good. You can complain if you wanted to, but it doesn't help.
It's
And
not
so you know
allowed.
that there
I was
is
told it was not
something.
allowed from producer Mike. He said no complaining at work. Said no more.
Oh, you're talking to Mike, the producer. What happened to Scuba Steve?
No, I just decided if we have just one producer, that's the best. And he
Ah,
reached out to me. Mike didn't want me to feel left
thank you,
out.
thank you, Mike. Good. He's a good guy. Put your shirt back on, bro. So just a quick thing that there is something lurking in my backyard. That's all I got to say. Okay. There's something fucking lurking in my backyard and it's freaking me out. I know last week we talked about the frogs and the crickets when they all stop at the same time. And now there's something back there that's making some kind of noise, right? First, I thought it was a
Mhm.
cat. And I'm like, fucking cat. There's a fucking cat outside lurking around. It's going to stay around because I'm tempted to feed it if it's homeless. You know what I mean? I'm not an asshole. And then I hear it again and it sounds a little different. I don't know what it is, but every time I hear it, I'll mute the TV and say, babe, do you hear that? And she's like, my wife thinks I'm crazy and I'm hearing things because every time I mute it when it starts, it stops. So I think it's fucking with me. I don't know what it is, but I will get back to you when I find out because I will find out. I am like Sherlock motherfucking Holmes. You know who that is?
I do know who that is. I've watched a few movies on him. I don't think any of them were accurate though.
Speaking of movies,
Yeah.
so my wife says the other day, we're laying in bed and she's like, you know what? I feel like I need to watch some more classic movies. Some like Casablanca and shit like that. I'm like, I'm not into classic movies like that really. They're all popular and all, but I have no interest in watching Casablanca whatsoever. Okay. But she's bringing movies. And I'm like, you know what? I want to be a nice guy. We'll go to Hulu, pop on a classic movie for her. We'll
Yeah.
check it out. So I
Why
go to
not?
Hulu, log in, go to classics. And what do I find? Movies like Pretty Woman, Dirty Dancing, Breakfast Club, White Men Can't Jump.
I've seen that one.
That's a classic. You know what that means?
There's a classic.
That means
I'd
I'm
say.
fucking old, right? That means I'm fucking old, okay? When I was younger, all the classics were like all those dumbass Elvis movies and Casablanca and all those fucking black and white movies. And that's what I
Yeah.
was expecting to see when I saw classic movies.
It was
And they're
nothing
all
like
from the
that, was
fucking
it?
80s.
All from the 80s.
And I thought, that's not that old. And I thought,
Well,
holy shit balls. That
that's
is
4 decades ago now,
why do
you
you
know.
gotta say it like that? Why do you gotta say decades? That
Because when you're 50, you got to think you're half a century.
hey, thanks. Thanks, Ryan. My day
You're welcome.
continues to get better. Thank you.
You're welcome, Mark.
So
That's a
fucking
compliment in my opinion. I wish I could be a half. I hope
oh,
I get to a
thank
half a century one day.
oh well, thank you, Ryan.
You're
Thank you
very
for that.
welcome. Accept that
Yes,
as a compliment.
I will. I don't know, man. You're kind of young, so what are you? How old are you?
2
I'm
decades old. I'm 22.
You're 22. I'm 56. You know what? You probably won't even. The world won't even be around when you're 56. It'll all be fucking done. Okay. I'm glad
It's
I'm
a
this
high
age right now
probability.
because things are looking bleak. Okay, these days between fucking is money gonna disappear? They're gonna put fucking chips in our hands and our foreheads, or the fucking aliens coming. The
The
shit
next
is
world
going
war
down.
gonna start? We don't
Right.
know. Do we need
The
nuclear
shit
bunkers?
the
Probably.
shit is going down. Okay. And I just want to die before it all happens. Now, I wouldn't mind
Yeah.
being around if the asteroid hit. That would be pretty dope.
That would be
As
pretty
long as
dope if you
it
got
would be
wiped out by an asteroid.
if it hits close by to where I just kind of see it and then wiped out real fast. I don't want to live
Yeah.
through that kind of shit. Just like I wouldn't want to live through like a nuclear war. People are
Mhm.
building bunkers and shit because they feel like they could be down there for, a hell of a long time and come back up and the country's going to be great again.
Mark, think about this. I'd be scared to live through a nuclear war. Imagine surviving, and then you're just kind of
Mhm.
what's left? What do we have left, honestly, after that? If that were
That's
to
why I don't
happen?
understand nuclear war. It's like all these presidents and politicians and a bunch of fucktards. They're fucking like, this is the way to go. And what the fuck are you gonna rule after a major nuclear war?
Yeah.
Fucking,
What
what are you
is there
gonna
to
rule?
control?
Yeah, what
What
are you
is
gonna
there to?
control?
Yeah.
Dumbasses. God, I swear to God, don't even get me started. What's on your mind today, Ryan? What's on?
Who's given all this cocaine to these animals, Mark? There's a movie
Who's
coming
giving
out about it.
Cocaine Bear?
There's the Cocaine Bear. But I just
Okay,
looked
I've
up
watched
today.
that.
I looked up the news today just to see kind of what was new, what was going on. Apparently, there is a wild cat out in Cincinnati, Ohio, that apparently had a lot of cocaine. And they were trying to save this wild cat's life because it had too much cocaine. So
They probably dropped that fucking cat off in my backyard. That's what I'm hearing. Go ahead, continue.
that's what you're. Nice ding on that. How's your coffee today? Is it
Oh, that
good?
was. It's getting a little chilly. I think that would be my last drink. All right.
Respect the coffee.
Anyway,
but
a little
back
more.
to the cocaine
Yes,
animals.
please.
I don't understand. Is there a right number of cocaine that these animals are allowed to have? Any amount of cocaine not good for them? How are they getting this cocaine, Mark? Are they breaking out of the zoo and going into the police department, into their back room where they keep all the drugs?
Do they get this cocaine at a special discounted rate?
Do they?
How are they
Do
buying the
have
cocaine?
plugs? Yeah.
Are they giving it up? Are they sucking dick for the cocaine? They don't have money. What are they doing to get this coke?
It's a problem. And now there's going to be a movie based about it. I think that's going to be a new fear for people is animals on cocaine. I think that's going to be a new fear. It's a fear that was unlocked for me. Like, could you imagine a bear on cocaine outside your house compared to just a regular bear? Could you imagine that?
Would he want a Kleenex? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Is he stuffed up? How much coke did he do? I mean, can I do coke with this bear? Does
That
he
doesn't
have
sound
some?
smart.
Sharing is caring. Liz, you tell me if a fucking bear came up to you and had some cocaine and his one paw like held up the little baggie and shook it, was like, you'd be like, no, I'm good on that, Mr. Bear. I'm like lining up, motherfucker. This is dope. Okay.
No.
This is fucking awesome.
Say no to drugs and say no to cocaine with bears, Mark.
Okay. I can say no to cocaine with bears.
That would be an interesting, like, well, there's that line in that one movie, 21 Jump Street. I did cocaine with Willie Nelson's horse. Do people do cocaine with animals? Is that a thing? Do you think? Do you think that's something rich people end up doing?
I mean, people smoke weed with their animals, cocaine with their animals. I have never seen it.
Yeah.
Would I be intrigued? A little bit. Would I feel bad for the animal? I don't know. Does he like it or does he not like it? I don't know. I would have to see how this animal reacts to the cocaine. Is it pure? Is it cut? What are we giving these animals?
I don't know much about cocaine. I just know that animals are getting it these days. It's the new hot drug for them.
Well, you definitely, once you find out some more information on that, I'm fucking curious because I will look this shit up after the program here because I have not heard of this. I'm looking forward to the movie. Yeah. I'm glad it's not a book because I would never read it, but I will watch a movie. I'm not a big reader. I always feel like if the book is that good, they'll make it a movie and I'll just wait.
True. There's a couple books that I have read that I would say they were good books, but can't really remember anything from them. I remember at the time I enjoyed reading them.
The only book I really remember reading was The Exorcist back in high school, and it scared the fuck.
I was really good at reading those Diary of a Wimpy Kid books.
Who?
Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Is that a little
Wimpy Kid?
Yeah, Diary of a Wimpy Kid. You seriously have never heard of those books? It was a big children's franchise back when I was younger.
It's like why are they calling the kid a wimp? That's kind of bullyish, isn't it?
That's what you would. Yeah, it's a.
Why
weird
is he
book.
writing in a diary? What kind of stuff is he writing in this diary? Is this like an Anne Frank diary kind of thing? But it's a wimpy kid.
It's just a diary of a wimpy kid. There's like 7 books, maybe even more. They had a do-it-yourself book where you could create its own story if you wanted, and it was all fill in the blank bubbles. It was like a little comic thing for kids. I can't believe you've never heard of it.
No, but good for that kid,
Yeah,
I
I
guess.
think they made a couple movies out of it. Were not good movies, Mark.
Well, it doesn't sound like it would be a good movie. Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Hey,
Well,
tell me what this means.
what's
You're
what?
young. I just want to see.
Yeah.
What does it mean to you if I said, last night I watched Netflix and chilled? Oh my God. What the fuck are you kids coming up with these days? Literally, what does that mean, Ryan?
I think what most people mean is you put on Netflix, but you're not really watching Netflix. You're kind
You're
of doing
banging.
something. Yeah, you're
Wow.
banging.
Visuals
You're
again.
getting
Wow.
visuals. I'm very motion-genic.
Motion genic.
That's my word of the day.
I gotta write that down. I gotta make sure. Is that a real word? Motion genic? Because it doesn't sound like a fucking word to me.
I
but
don't think
dig
it is a word. You
I-
could look it up.
It doesn't sound like a word, but it makes sense.
It makes sense, right? I do a lot of motions and energetic,
genic.
motion-getic. Yeah.
Fuck, I love it. I like it a lot. Yeah, that is so. I mean, Netflix and chill. Okay, Netflix and chill. So back when I remember chill, just mean like you're chilling.
You're just
chilling
hanging out. You might
like a
be
motherfucking
cuddling.
villain.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
chilling.
Like when
Smoking
I
a
use it,
bowl, having a
I'm
drink, whatever.
yeah. I would just say you're watching TV, maybe cuddling. You're doing whatever you think is chill, Mark, when you're Netflix and chilling. Who's to say
Well,
that it all has to mean one thing?
and why would you put on Netflix just to have sex? Why
Mark,
just? I mean, if let's don't put on a good movie and I'm going to have sex, okay? Because I'm watching that shit.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't just back off.
Have you
Get off
watched
me.
have you
That's what I'm
watched the Netflix cartoon Big Mouth? Or have you seen it and kind
No,
of know?
I don't watch a lot of cartoons, not even adult
No.
ones.
It's an
I'm
adult
just
cartoon and it kind of takes you back to the ages of puberty. But that's one of those
oh,
cartoons that I had a
puberty.
girl say, let's Netflix and chill. And she put on that cartoon and they're talking about how sperm works. They're talking about all different types of stuff on that show. And it
Okay,
was making me laugh. You know how
okay.
difficult, who watches Netflix when they're trying to do something, Mark? You know, why is that a thing?
Puberty that's when I fell in love with quesadillas. Yeah,
Puberty is when you fell in love with
yeah,
quesadillas.
yeah. Well, I spent when I was like 12. I spent a lot of time in the bathroom. You know what I mean? Got my penthouse or my Playboy. You know what I mean? If you had Hustler back in, that was some serious shit. Okay. But I spent a
Yeah.
lot of time in the bathroom and, taking care of business. And my mom would knock on the door and be like, yo, it's time to come out of the bathroom, time to eat lunch or dinner or whatever. And I'm like, kind of busy right now, mom. I'll be back out in a while. And so I would ask her, can you bring me lunch? Could you bring me a little something while I'm in the bathroom? And she would try sometimes because I wouldn't answer the door, obviously, because I'm taking care of business. She would try to shove like a baked potato under the door or a meatloaf sandwich or something. It was always too thick. So then one day I
So,
saw a quesadilla slide under the door. It fit right under the door, just like a piece of paper. Shoop. And there's my love of quesadillas. I got
okay.
to eat and masturbate at the same time. I don't think I didn't do it because I did. So tell me this.
Yeah. Riddle me
What's the
what?
deal with skyscrapers? Who what
Why
is
do we have to go so tall?
and it's not even about tall. The word skyscraper. How tall do you have to be to actually scrape the sky? I thought
Is
anything
it
above ground
clouds?
level would be scraping the sky, right? I mean, if you're 4 feet, you're kind of scraping the sky.
I don't think if you're 4 feet, you're scraping anything. I think you're just 4 feet.
Wow. Wow. If there's no one out there watching that's 4
I
foot tall, because you
well,
just fucking slammed them on the ground.
that's not what
You
I
did.
meant, Mark. I thought you were
I think
talking
you
about
did.
a building.
I
Who
think you
builds
did.
a 4 foot tall building?
Ever heard of tiny homes?
Tiny
Okay, they're a little bit.
homes, are they that do you have to crouch to live inside of them though?
for a little person. They don't need a very tall one. Hey, if you're 2 foot tall, you need a 4 foot house. It's fine.
A 4 foot. That's fine. That makes sense.
It doesn't
I
make sense actually.
but
It's stupid.
so you would
But
consider no, it makes sense, Mark. But would you still consider that 4 foot tall house scraping the sky?
well, yeah, if it's above ground level. I mean,
Almost every
I'm very
house is above
confused by
ground
this.
level, Mark.
So
Not
there's
many
skyscrapers.
people live in bunkers.
So what? So is an apartment building a skyscraper?
I don't know. I'm on the 3rd floor and I feel pretty high up here.
Are
So
you? So most people would say no, you're not in a skyscraper, but I would
no.
consider your 3rd level apartment a skyscraper. You live in the penthouse, motherfucker, 3rd floor.
Yeah, I got a
Anyone
little
above
balcony
you?
too. No, no one above
Bam.
me. That's the good part. I
You're
actually
in the
don't mind. I
penthouse.
hate walking up the stairs, but at least, yeah, I get a lot of privacy. We don't have anyone banging above us or anything like that.
Yeah.
You don't hear people stomping around. Sometimes, though, Mark, we hear a lot of weird things.
What
And
do you hear?
a lot of knocking. It always sounds like at around a certain time every day, around like 4 p.m. or so. You know, there's someone knocking on your door.
On your door or like
On my
people
door,
around?
that's what it sounds like.
Hey, motherfucker, know what? They'd be knocking at my door at 4 a.m. Oh hell no.
You don't
Oh,
ever hear that type of
hell
stuff at 4 a.m?
yeah. Hey, you're knocking at my door. If
Yeah.
someone knocks on my door at 4 a.m. and I hear it, I'm kind of a scaredy cat. I think that's when I freeze.
I think that's when you freeze.
And I feel like if I don't move and I hold my breath, they won't think I'm home and they'll leave. Even though all the cars are in the driveway and the street, I think they'll just go away and not. Isn't that weird how when you get some people when they get scared, they freeze? Like if you hear something in the house,
It's kind of like a deer in headlights.
and yeah, and you
Yeah.
freeze and you think, I should probably go check that out. It could be an intruder, but fuck that shit. I ain't gonna go out there. And I wake up my wife and be like, come on out here with me. And she's like, oh hell no. And I'm like, oh hell yeah, or we're both gonna die.
Y'all a team. You better be going out there together. Not answer that creepy knock at 4 a.m. Do it.
Right. I ain't answering the fucking door at 4 a.m. That's why I don't. That's why I turn off my phone at night. If you get a
Yeah.
knock on the door at 4 a.m., it's bad news. Someone's dead. Okay.
Someone's the-
You get a
could be.
call at 3:30 in the morning. Someone's dead. Okay. Listen. If you're gonna give me bad news, wait till I get a good night's sleep. Okay. Let
till
me wake up. Why do you want to
Mhm.
wake me up at the crack ass of dawn
with some
wishing someone
depressing shit.
died?
Yeah. That's
Let me get a
that's
full
not
night's
gonna
sleep.
help. Yeah. Get a full night's sleep. Let you have your coffee. Let you at least think you're gonna start your day normal. You wouldn't
If they
rather just start
died,
with the heartbreak though in the morning.
right? If they died at 3:30, guess
Yeah.
what? They're still going to be dead at 7:30. Call me then. Call me then. No, I don't need to be called at the time of death.
Mark does
Okay.
not like to be bothered with phone calls in the middle of the night. We've learned that.
Absolutely not. Speaking of phone calls, what's the deal with people using their speakerphone in public?
I don't know if it's speakerphone, but I notice a lot of people FaceTime in public. And it's like, why are you FaceTiming 24/7 with that person? Like, let that person have a minute to themselves. Why do you have to include everyone in the store in on your conversation? It's not that important. Wait till you get
That's
somewhere else into your car or home.
exactly. Exactly. I'm in the 7-Eleven and this girl comes in and she has her speakerphone cranked up to the maximum, okay, where everyone and God can hear.
Yeah.
And the person on the other line said something stupid. I thought it was kind of funny, and I laughed a little bit. And then she turns around, looks me in the eye, and says, "Mind your own damn business." Oh,
Ooh,
motherfucker!
you're the one on
looking for-
speakerphone.
Yeah, you're the one on speakerphone. You tell me to mind my own. You're going to put your business out there and let everyone hear it, and then
That's what
someone
I
giggles
think.
or whatever. You tell them to mind their own business. What is wrong with people today, Ryan? What is wrong?
A lot's wrong with a lot of people.
Wrong.
We can't figure it out. Maybe nothing's wrong with anyone. Maybe that's the real conclusion we need to just realize. Maybe we're all just that different. But we don't have that much time to talk about that on this episode. So we're about to wrap things up. So we
Damn,
hope
that
you
went
guys had a
fast.
great time. And I hope you enjoyed our conversations. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
I think you're supposed to say like smash that like button. Don't forget to smash that like button. Smash it. And hit
do it
that
with the music.
subscribe.
Do it with the
And
music,
wait.
Mark. Hit the music.
And don't forget to hit the notification button too, so you know when we download our podcast. I'm Mark. That's Ryan. Say goodbye, Ryan.
Goodbye, Ryan.
Damn it, that music. It's got to go.